Good morning, good evening, good day, good whatever time you are watching this video today. So this is a short video where I'm going to take you through how to make a vision board either for your computer, your desktop, your laptop, or maybe even your phone as well. So I have just got my home screen here, and this is actually a vision board I made recently because we're currently moving into autumn here, and this just speaks to me in terms of what I want my last 3 months to look like of this year. So if you're ready to make your vision board, what you're going to do first is you're going to bring up your web browser. So I use Chrome, and you're going to need to use Pinterest, and I use Canva. I highly recommend using Canva. It's easy, it's just so beautiful, and just so good to use. So highly recommend using that. So if you haven't got Canva or Pinterest, I recommend going to those websites, setting up an account, and pause the video if you need to go away and do that now. But when you're ready, we're going to have these two tabs open, Pinterest and Home from Canva. So to make your vision board, let's start with Pinterest. So we're going to use some images that really represent what we want to embody, visualize. Maybe you might add some quotes, you might add some pictures, things like this. So as you can see, this is a lot of kind of what my searches are based on already. So we're going to make a vision board for, I'm actually going to go through the process with you. We're going to make a vision board for fitness, for example. So like my fitness goals, etc. So already, like, I love this image. So all I'm going to do is right hand click the image, save, and I'm going to just save it to my downloads, because then it means it's all in one place for me. Love this. So these, oh, that's a video. It's a video. It's very amazing though. Love that. Yeah, that's where I want my backbend to be. But again, that's a video. So found a better way. That was very loud, if that came through. So let's go back to search bar. I'm just going to put some search in. So I'm going to put handstands, because that is something I personally want to achieve over the next, yeah, beautiful, this one. Okay, let's save that image as I'm just going to take a few images. Love this. For me, like the idea of grabbing these images is you want it to represent how you want to feel, what you feel like you will look like being in that version of yourself. But also for fitness, it might not necessarily just be like, you know, I want to get a handstand, but it doesn't have to be just I'm going to get handstand pictures. So I might want to get like yoga poses in the forest. So for example, that is, yeah, beautiful. This is something a bit of me as well. So this sort of, again, the foresty vibe is what I'm going for, because we're moving into autumn. So I'm really, oh yeah, look at this. Okay, beautiful. So I also might want to add a little quote. So like, this is just an example of what or how I go through the process for, oh, that's an advert, we don't want that. This is the process of how I go through making a vision board, and I'm doing this very, very quickly. Usually I do this quite mindfully, and I really kind of like scroll through the pictures, also think about what I want to feel, things like that. So I'm just going to pick one here. I'm committed to staying active and healthy. Amazing. So I've got my images now. You can do so much more, less, whatever feels good for you. So but for the purpose of this video, I'm just picking a few. So I've got my images. I'm then going to go to Canva, and I've already personally made a desktop design. But what you're going to do is click on desktop, for example. Click on desktop, click on your search bar, and then you're going to type like iPhone background, whatever. But really the best one we're going to go for is vision board. So let's search for vision board, and then I'm going to see all these different options of pictures, things like that. So just to make it really clear, on Canva you'll have the free version first. So anything that has this little crown on isn't accessible unless you get the premium version. So I'm going to go, this one looks nice, this one looks really nice, but I like this one up here, so I'm going to go for this one. But what I really want it to kind of be is suitable for like a phone or a background. So I like this one. This is in A3. This looks good. Oh, that's a premium one. So this is how it's going to look. But I also, what I tend to do as well is desktop background. And then it tends to give me something like this. So I'm just going to pick a very simple one, like this, for example. So now that I've got the dimensions for the desktop background, I'm actually going to make a new page. And on design, on the left-hand corner here, I'm going to put in vision board, and it's going to come up with a load of templates that I can use as a vision board. So again, some of them are all got these crown on, but some of them don't. So I'm going to go for this one. This one looks good. Then you can see it's got images in already, but what I'm going to do is I want to add my images to it because it's going to be my vision board. So go to uploads, upload files. You can see I've added loads of pictures here already, and I'm going to add these pictures up here. So then so you might want to completely design this by yourself, or you might want to use a template. I'm using this template for this video, but you might even just go into here and add some elements of down the side here. You'll see there's loads of different like images or shapes or logos or frames you can add. So you can add your own picture frames and add your own pictures to it, and you can change the size, things like that. So you might do that, but for this video I'm going to use this template because I really like this one. So going to uploads, I'm then going to add those pictures wherever I want. I'm going to add these pictures, and just because I've got some other images here as well, I'm going to add them too. But this is what it's going to start to look like as you pull this together. So have I used all those images? Oh, I'm going to use that one as well. I'm actually going to use this one. Really like that. That's kind of like the embodiment of fitness for me. Wine, that is not a bit of fitness for me right now. So I'm going to find another picture that I've got. The one of me doing yoga. That's always really good. And this is actually me doing online fitness. So let's add that in as well. As you can see, that this is very, very simple, very basic, but this is just an idea of how to create your own vision board. And then I'm going to add in here a little quote. Just something, literally just made it up top of my head. So this is the final result. And then so this is keeping it very basic. You might want to add some more text. You might want to add a heading or something like that. So here I might add goals, something, whatever you want to add. It might be like a phrase or something, like might be like, 10 kg. It might be something that like a phrase or like a mantra or something that you want to add to that image as well. So then I'm just gonna download it, making sure I download as JPEG, making sure I'm selecting the right page, so I'm on page 2, and then I'm just going to download. It will save to my downloads, whether it's on your computer, laptop or phone, and then here it is. And then I would literally just set as lock screen or background. And then every time you turn it on or come to your screen, you're just going to see that, and it's just going to remind you every day what your vision is, what your goal is, and where you're heading. So this was my very quick video on how to make a vision board, and I hope it was helpful. Have a good day.